Hi everybody. So I recognize some people who were there last time, so I'm not going to... There is some people who were not there in March. Okay, well you were there last week, so you know a bit. I'm not going to present myself long time now, so just in short, I'm a Belgian citizen. I began my career in Japan, in Tokyo. Then I came back to Europe. I work in the automotive industry as a B2B salesperson for 18 years. So 18, 1-8, long time. And then I decided to come here in Krakow to work in the IT industry as a salesperson. That was 1 year and a half. It was last year, 1 year and a half ago. And well, today they asked me to speak about something that is not really common for the moment, but I believe that more and more like people in the industry of IT are going to do that, because you're going to see there is some reason to do it. Of course, it's an investment, but at one moment it's going to be important to do it. So Anastasia kindly asked me to speak about visiting clients abroad, to go assist abroad conference strategy, how to do it well, get long-term benefit on this investment. So I'm not going to speak about owner. I'm not an owner. We are mostly like salespeople, maybe some CEO and so on. So it goes well for you also. But well, I'm going to speak more on the salesperson point of view, because you all like struggle every day to try to sell, to try to learn, to try to understand some stuff. So last speech I finished with this phrase. It comes not from me, it comes from one guy who knew about war, who knew about winning war. It was like Napoleon, war is 90% of information. Well, sales is like a game or a war, I always say. We have to win. So one of the big part of the win is like getting the information. And when you're going to go visit or going to go abroad, getting the information before going, it's the most important. That's where you're going to make the difference with other people. So I split it 4 paragraphs. It's like reason of visit client abroad, strategy to do it, why, who, how, and when to do it. Do it well regarding the investment. I told you it's a big investment, so how to do it. And benefit on short and long term, because they are both. You have to not doing this only for short term, because you're going to fail. But if you do it short term and long term, you are winning. You are winning this. So, reason for visiting customer abroad. So, get in touch with your clients. Know them in their environment. This is something really few persons do. Even if they have the chance to go abroad and visit the client, they go to sell. Where the client is expecting you to go and try to learn a little bit about him, to get contact, to get information, even to feel that somebody is interested in him also. Establish a personal relation and prospect. Well, this is one of my favorite way of selling, by establish a relation, a personal relation, not just like seller or client, just a personal relation. Discover new market. That's also a reason. If you go all the time on the same place, at one moment everybody goes there, there is no market anymore. So sometimes it's good to change, to go outside the box and go see somewhere, like maybe somewhere where nobody goes. And then you're the only one in the game. Create new connection, of course. Give a positive image of your company. This is really important. It's not like it's not obvious. People abroad don't have obviously a good image of your company. So it's a good way to give a good opportunity of you, a good image of your company. Of course, we are all looking as salesperson generate leads and create revenue. That's the main purpose also. We want that. And of course, one of the good way to do it, it's like visiting conference. So by the way, by visiting conference, I'm not expecting your company to go to one conference in Germany or in the United States and just buy a stand and be like present at the stand. There is other way to make this investment just going and bring revenue from this instead of paying to be just in the stand. You can have the same effect than just like I have a stand there. So let's start. Strategy to do it. Why, who, when, and how. So it's 4 questions. But if you don't ask yourself those questions, you lost. You take your suitcase, you go there, and then you arrive at the airport, and what? You're just there with your suitcase. You lost everything. And this is important to keep in mind all your trip. If it's 1 month trip, 1 week trip, or 3 days trip, those 4 points, why, how, when, who, it's what you have to keep in your mind all the time. So why? You probably realize that the market changed. You are facing people who likes to meet who they are dealing with. Well, I've been like in B2B in Europe like for 18 years. There is nothing compares to meet someone face to face. Nothing. There is no email, no phone calls who can be the same, where you can impact your client the same way, where you can like influence your customer or your prospect the same way than in face to face. As I say, sometimes email, video conference, chat, they are just not enough anymore. People want more. They want more contact. Mostly if you are abroad. I mean, they have to trust you. In one way, they have to trust you. So if sometimes they only trust a photo on LinkedIn. Who's going to, do you trust people just on the photo of LinkedIn? Begins to be dangerous to do that. Start to be dangerous. Going to a conference where you know potential customers are, once again, if you go to visit a conference and be there, I mean, you don't go to a conference just because you like iOS development, or no. You go there because you're a salesperson, you want to find customer. And of course, over there, there are going to be a lot of customer, potential customer. You can meet your customer, maybe they're going to have a stand. It's a good way to meet them, but it's also a good way to meet other people. Don't forget, we're going to speak about this. Sales, it's like a representative. You have to show up. You have to go and, to speak with them. They're not going to come speak to you. Even if you have a stand. For them, if you do that in Germany or in France or even in Belgium, big stand, whether you have a big name, and then everybody comes. You call Apple, you put Apple there, and then everybody comes. A great experience in the United States last month. There was an Apple store full, completely full. I was asking for some information, I had to wait. Someone come and say, okay, I'll take a note, wait. And underneath, on the other side, there was a Microsoft shop. Yeah, I didn't even know they exist, but there's a Microsoft shop. The Microsoft shop, and we entered there. There was nobody. The shop was splendid, but nobody inside. The salespeople, they were playing it together. We saw a demonstration of Xbox, like playing like this in front of the Xbox. We were like, oh, okay, no sales, none. So if you go to a conference, if you have the name Apple here, everybody wants to speak with you. Then if you don't have Apple or like, I don't know, BMW, then you have to show up, you have to come together. Who? So there is 2 points here. Who are you going to look to visit from there? You're going to visit CEO, CTO, project manager, maybe, consultant, other people also who can influence make a contract and stuff like that. If you visit other people, you visit prospect also. It's a good way to visit them. But then you're going to say, who's going to go there? I mean, who is the lucky guy or the lucky girl who's going to go abroad and visit the conference? Who's the one? So, of course, it depends on the size of the company here. If you have a really small company, it's probably the CEO with the CTO, because all the CEO is technical, also he can go. Or even the sales manager, why not, with the CTO? I mean, it's like this, you have a commercial, I would suggest to have a commercial person and a technical person. Like this, if you can speak about almost all the part. If the customer or the prospects start to speak technical, your CTO or your technical guy can speak, but mostly now, CEO, they're no more technical guys. They are businessmen, and they like to speak like a commercial way. If I've seen some CTO speaking to CEO, well, they were not speaking the same language. Result, no business, no deal. Just because the CEO thought he was CEO, so he could speak, and the CTO thought he was the most technical guy, and the both were really, really, really competent. They had really good skills, both. But the language, they were speaking like a dog speak to a cat. There is no business to do it in there. No possibility. When? Well, it's like for a cold call. You're going to have all the time an excuse not to do it. Well, visiting client or prospect abroad, there is no bad time to do it. There is no bad time, at the condition that it's well organized. There is always a good reason, as I said, there is always a good reason to visit. You can always find thousands of small, I don't know the name in English, like small pretexts, so small hint to go and visit your customer. It's a perfect day, it's a sunny day today, I was in the city, I wanted to meet you. Nobody going to say, go to hell, if you say that. If you call your customer and you're in the city, you say, well, it's a perfect day today. I'm in Berlin, can I come to see you? We're going to sit and we'll have a coffee. 5 minutes. Oh, maybe. But if you don't call and don't ask, you're never going to have the appointment. Never. We say conference, travel. So traveling, you're going to say, well, it's my vacation. I go to the United States, I go to Europe, and it's my vacation. Well, I will tell you, if you want vacation, and you have a customer or a prospect or someone you've been like contacting like for 1 year and sending him an email and wanted to contact and really want to sell, and you go on vacation, even with your husband, your wife, your kids, and you have the opportunity to be in this city, take the chance to meet him. Even if it's your vacation, your travel. Take that chance. You probably have no other chance. So even if you're vacation, and you call him, you say, oh, I'm visiting your country. I'm visiting your city. It's a beautiful city. Are you in the city? Can we meet 5 minutes? Nobody is going to say, go to hell. People are going to say, wow, are you on vacation? Yes, but I took the opportunity to come see you. I have 1 hour. Can you come? Can you take 20 minutes to speak with me? That will be good. You can put a face, you can put a real person in front of you, and I can also have a real person in front of me. And people would say, yes, okay, why not? How tomorrow? Are you still in the city tomorrow? And then you can start. Sorry, I'm not used with those kind of, I'm used to do like, but it's kind of easy. So, as I said, information is the key. Preparation is also the key. if you don't get information, if you don't get preparation, you spend money for nothing. It's spending money for nothing. Contact your clients. If you don't contact them, well, you spend your money. That's it. Just don't spend your money, give it to me. Just don't do it. Meet them, ask them if they know someone, and this is some little trick that I'm doing myself, and it works really good. Really good. The fact is, like, nobody have the courage to ask them. When I meet a customer, one of my questions, anytime, at one moment of the discussion, is that if he knows someone, I should talk about it. Those persons, they are in this environment. They know other person. If you give a good impression to them, there is no problem for them to tell you, well, in fact, yesterday or 1 week ago, someone asked me. So yesterday someone asked me, or 1 week ago someone asked me, maybe you can contact me. Oh yes, so what is his email and something like that. It's like automatic lead generation. Automatically. The fact is, like, people are scared to ask. Where in Europe people are like used to be asked. There is no problem to be asked. People ask, it's normal. And like this you can contact all the inbound leads from the 2 last years. Nobody do that. How many companies have inbound leads? Someone who just went on the website and asked, oh, can I have a quote? And usually the quote didn't give anything. And then you people say, well, he was a bad client anyway, he didn't have a budget, it's a small company, it's a small project, I don't want this. And 2 years later, maybe it's the new Apple. Yeah? Maybe two years later, it's the new Apple. So please keep track of this. And if you know that there is some people who once asked about a code, about the information, about your company, that means he was interested at that moment. Why he cannot be interested? Why when you go to his country, it's not a good person to go see? Another thing that people don't do when they go abroad, you all work in the IT environment. Huh? Nobody sells car. No? Yeah. So everybody is from IT. So in your IT company, you have met many developers. And you know that developers, for the moment, they are the king, almost. And they only dream about going work in the foreign country, and they have proposition to go to foreign country and so on. Well, you have a lot of Ukrainian developers in other countries, in Europe. And you probably know some people who were working in your company and now work in a company in Europe. Ask them. Ask them. Who should I go talk to when I come visit your country? They are already there. They are already there. They know the people. They work there. They know. So don't be afraid to ask them. Hey, you work on my company. I'm going on visit in Berlin or in Cologne or I don't know, in Paris. It's great. You work in Paris. Do you know some people I should come talk to? Ah, he's Ukrainian. You're Ukrainian. Of course, he's going to try maybe to help you. But once again, if you don't ask him, he's not going to call you and say, he don't even know that you're going to Paris. So he's not going to call you. So it's your job to do it. And that's how you prepare a trip, doing all this. Go to conference, meet people. Please, when you go to conference, if you have the chance to go, don't try to sell. It's not a good place to sell. It's a good place to meet people, to take the information. It's a good place to sympathize with people. It's a good place to make you known by the people. but don't go and meet him. If someone starts to talk to you, don't start to sell. Because he's going to say, okay, bye-bye. So just be there, not to sell, but take the information from them. And please, try to learn from them. I mean, when you have the chance to speak with someone, just listen to him. It's better. Listen to him, get the information. You will use all this information after. So this is the only color almost in my presentation. But it's important. Do it well. It costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. That's why it's important. So going abroad, visit some customer. It's not vacation. It's not party. And it's not tourist. You go to work. And if your boss pay you the trip, he's expecting you to work twice or three times more than if you were in the office. So it's not vacation, it's not tourism, and it's not party. One little stuff about party. Usually, and I put here, there is some even after party. So I've been to even after party here. I'm going to tell you a secret about European customer. If you are in business with European customer, if they invite you to a restaurant, to party or something, and you're in business relation with them, I know that here it's okay to drink, to get drunk and party. With European people or European businessmen, it's not that they don't like to party. They like to party, but they won't accept that you get drunk. And I had a discussion with someone here saying, yeah, but I come back with contract and I said, yeah. And I drink and I got drunk with those customers. And I said, yeah, but do you know how many others you miss? Because you were drunk. And I said, no. I said, well, try to be once to do the trip and not be drunk. But it's really like, I remember they always told me with my boss, and we get really along with my boss but they say when we have a dinner, when we have a party and stuff, you can drink wine, you can drink, but never get drunk in front of your customer, never get drunk in front of your boss. There is 2 rules. And I know people who got fired for that. But in the party, everybody was having a party. It's 2 weeks or 3 weeks after that the consequence comes. That was a little sick. Another stuff. When you go visit a client, so there is a reason. Last time I was cool, I was in jeans, and I had shirts and a pullover. Today, on purpose, I put this, shoes, trousers, and shirt. And I was almost thinking about coming in tie. Because clothes is really important. Even IT, I know IT is not here, and it's not... But even if you have the chance to go visit a customer, be careful about your clothes. You're still a seller. You're still a business representative, developer, or you're still a sales manager. And they expect you to have the vision, the image of a seller. Business card. I went in my archive. When you go visit a customer, at least it's a business card. If you go to a conference, give the business card. It costs nothing, but if you have 1,000 of them, maybe one of the 1,000 is going to bring you the big contract of your life. So they will keep it. It's the best. I mean, even, I don't know in America, but in Europe, business card is like the first stuff. In Japan, it's like an old ritual. You have to go like this, the business card. You have to go like this, and then introduce yourself like this, pencil a little bit, and give it like this. Not like this, not like this, not like this. Just like this. And your name is the first one. And they stay like this, and they look. They take it and they look it like this. And it can take 2 minutes. And you're like, fuck. Yeah, but it's like that. You don't do that, you don't have the contract. Another stuff, when you go, folder, if you go, like preparation, I told you, if you go visit, okay, you can be pretty, you can be like really nice, you can be like the most beautiful salesmen and stuff like that, but it's not enough. Bring some stuff. You all have a company. You all work for a company. You all have great presentation on internet. Some better, some less. But when you go visit someone abroad, bring some stuff. Don't bring chocolate. Bring some stuff that people remember. It's just this. It costs nothing. But on this, you can put all the information. And this, it's not like a business card. Business card, you can lose it. But this is more complicated to lose it. This goes directly, okay, alright. And this, and then when the guy goes back to the office, he opens his case and he will find this. Now one moment he's going to say, oh yes, I met that guy, I met that girl, they were really nice, they had something, oh, maybe I should contact them. That's the important stuff. And that's why you make the difference between someone who's just going to show up, blah, 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 and then another one, blah, 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 blah. You bring something. Well, if you can bring chocolate at one moment, that's good. Yeah, sure. Folders, coffee, hotels, all that costs also. I mean, even if it's not big investment, it costs money. So coffee, it's a good way. You'll be amazed how many people will refuse you to come to the office, to their office, and those same person will accept to go 10 minutes have a coffee with you. Does it have the same implication? Going in the office, people feel, oh, then I'm engaged with them. Yeah, I receive them in my office, I'm engaged, I don't want that to go too far, just information, I want just information. Just saying, let's go have a coffee. Oh, okay, coffee. And then you speak 10 minutes. Next time, when you're going to ask him, can I come to the office, to your office? He's going to say yes. Believe me. But first you have a good coffee. I even know someone, he's a terrible guy, I know someone who even proposed to drive. He do taxi. So when he know one customer is in his country or he passed by them, I say, well, I'm sure you have to go to the airport. He called them, I'm sure you have to go to the airport. I'm sure you have to go to this point. Well, give me 10 minutes. I drive you from this point to the other point. But that guy sells like crazy. That guy sells like crazy. Because he do something that nobody do. Nobody do that. Nobody has the courage to say, well, don't worry. I take you from your office to your home. It's going to take 20 minutes. Well, there is traffic jam, so it takes 40 minutes. But during this 4 minutes, they have a great conversation. And it's not a conversation like face-to-face in the office, like, I'm going to, who's the winner, and punch. No, it's a conversation like, nobody wins, nobody loses. It's just driving, it's just a conversation. Well, I'm going to tell you, I cannot do this. I mean, driving, I would like to have the courage to propose that to a customer. I never did. But one day I will do it for the fun. Visiting client prospect, I told you empathy. Everybody know what empathy is? It's the capacity to put yourself at one moment in the place of the client. And not just seeing your only point of view, but being like you're the client. At one moment you just turn and you're the client and you feel like, what does he feel? That doesn't mean you have to go crazy and say, oh, he don't like me and stuff like that. No, just trying to understand him, to be in his place. I mean, if he buy a contract by you or a project, he's going to spend a lot of money also. So try to understand if you one day you have to buy a contract, you're going to, I mean, the pain it is to pay a lot of money for something. It's painful. Discover, just always discover. I already said a conference, go to each stand to present yourself. Commercial, technical. I I mean, it's really important, like, to not be shameless. If you're ashamed or scared to go speak with the people in a big conference or a big exposition, then stay at your office. It's losing money. You have to do that. This, it's like a game. You have to game. It's like fun. No fear of rejection. You're going to, in big conference like in Go, the Expo, there is thousands of exposers. Thousands. And of course, there is on the 1,000, there is 900 who's going to say, no, I don't want to speak with you. Don't look the 900. Look the 100 who's going to speak with you, and maybe on those 100 you're going to have one client. But that is going to be a good project. Again, the goal is not to sell right now. Stop to try to sell right now. It's not, you're not in a showroom of car selling. You not have to sell, 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 sell. No, if you go to visit, just establish a relation. Present yourself, not trying to sell. Even partying, so we speak about it. But even partying, don't forget if you go there for work. For work. Be a creative. I told you the text here, I put it here, but it's true, it's a true story about the text. Coffee, restaurant, office, be creative. You don't have to spend a lot of money, I mean, on those points. Really, in Europe, businessmen or your client, your prospect, understand that you're not going to pay big restaurant. They will be surprised if you pay the best restaurant of the town. They will be scared of you. And they won't, probably not doing it, they won't buy from you. Because they're going to say, well, that's client, he's going to pay me the best restaurant. Where's the money? I mean, I don't even have I didn't buy yet, and he already spent the money he didn't earn, so there's something strange. So, simple stuff. And always, when you go abroad, always have in mind that you are there all the time on research of new opportunity. Your main concern, research of opportunity. Non-stop, non-stop, non-stop. Benefit. So at one moment you're going to say, yeah, we speak about spending money, but what's the benefit? So there is two ways of benefit. Long terms. I told you the importance of create long-term relationship. When you know each other, when you have a physical know each other, like you know, you have seen him and he saw him, it's difficult for him to say at one moment, it's going to be more difficult for him to say at one moment, I don't want to work with your company anymore. This is really difficult when you know that person. It's difficult to say, no, I don't want anymore. It's more easy if it's just email, or just conference, or just call, or I don't take the phone anymore. He's going to understand, he's going to give up. I don't allow any conference, they're going to understand. And usually it works, you give up. But when you have established a personal contact, it's more difficult for the customer to say, no, I don't work with them. He's going to have to explain, and so he's going to feel bad. Like you feel bad when you have to explain some bad news to the customer. It's the same for him. Long terms, you're going to, believe me, you're going to create value and revenue. Your client will hesitate to look somewhere else. That's just what I said. You know his environment, and sometimes new people from inside this company are going to help you because they have met you. So they're going to help you. So it's a good way also. When you go there, don't just pay attention to the CEO or to the CTO. Pay attention to everybody. Because everybody can be your partner and everybody can help you at one moment. You don't know if maybe the secretary can have a lot of influence on the CEO. You don't even know that. And sometimes I know sales, the people, they come to the office of the client and they say, oh, you're just a secretary. No, I go see this person. Wow, no chance. The secretary is the one who made the calendar of the CEO. She's the one who prepared the dinner for the kids, or I don't know. But she's really important. That happened. That happened much more than you know. So when you go visit, pay attention to everybody. Even the people who clean the floor, have a word for them. You don't even know. They can have just a small word to the CEO at one moment. Short term. In short term, it depends what you expect really short term. If you really expect like to come back with the money in your pocket and just like contract, well, I'm going to disappoint you. It's really rarely it's going to happen. But it can happen. That's what I put here. Sometimes, immediate contract, because you were on the good place at the good moment. That can happen. It's really rare. So don't go there just to think that I'm going to be at the good place, at the good moment, and I'm going to bring contracts. If you're lucky, perfect. But that's not the main problem. So new leads. I'm totally and I'm 200% sure that going abroad, it's going to be like the new way to generate lead for IT outsourcing company in Canada. Some company already start to do that. Some company already invest to do that. And there is a lot of, those companies, usually not in the directly, but I can tell you, I know some of them, they bring contract. After 1 month, 3 months, because when they come back, the leads they generate, the contacts they generate, they don't just keep it in the pocket like the business card in your pocket and that's it, we will wait when you start. No, that gives works to all the team. All your team have works. Following up, contacting, preparing codes, and it's long-term works, because we all know that in IT, like a code, you cannot, sometimes making a code, it takes a long time to do it. Because you need this information, you need to go there, you need to have more information, you need to ask the developer, it takes more. So, leads brings works to your company. If you don't, it's always the problem, like who's the more important in the company, in IT company? Developers or salesperson? Well, here in Ukraine, it's like more developers. Where in Europe, it's salesperson. In Europe or in America, salesperson are the king of the company because they generate the leads. They bring the work for the developers. Developers don't bring work, they're just doing the work. That's here sometimes it's a little bit complicated to understand.
10 minutes.
Oh, it's finished. You told me yesterday. Conclusion. So on conclusion, like it's really I know that probably a lot of you guys are not going to go abroad and see probably your boss are not going to send you over there. But if you have the chance to go 1 time to the, or 2 times, or 3 times, take this opportunity. It works. And you'll be the king coming back with leads. You'll be the king coming back from the conference after 3 months or 4 months or 1 year, bringing a contract because you met that person over there. And I'm telling you, I was going to finish with this. I know some people doing that here. They start to do it and it works. It works, it works. And I know people who do that and it doesn't work. Because they don't prepare. They just take the suitcase and they say, I go on the trip and I go see what is it. But then, Europe is big. Then you can go in some city, you can go. And then just go there and then at that moment take the phone and try to call and never call. It doesn't work. You have to prepare, you have to understand this.
Okay, and now you can ask any questions. We have still 10 minutes, so we can a little bit talk with Manuel.
My name is Nancy. I would like to, you mentioned that you have experience working in Japan.
Yes.
And can you please, what was the most striking thing for you? What struck you most in
But Japan, it's like, everybody knows Japan. Everybody knows sushi, and everybody knows Mount Fuji, Tokyo, and stuff like that. Everybody knows that. To put that in the context, you have to remember, I have to tell you, like, I started to work in Japan, it was 20 years ago. 20 years ago. World Cup didn't happen yet. You know, they organized soccer World Cup with Korea and Japan. There was not a World Cup anymore. So when I arrived to Tokyo, I arrived with my suitcase. I had to work, but the airport was 70 kilometers from Tokyo. And nothing was in English. Nothing, and nobody spoke English at that time. Really few years. And I remember trying for 1 hour to buy a bus ticket to go to Tokyo from the airport. I was in an international airport. Nobody speaks English. I wanted to buy a ticket. For 1 hour I was like explaining, and the girl, like perfect, like smile, stuff perfect, like everything is perfect. And well, finally someone arrived speaking Japanese and English and explained to me how to do it. But it was like this. It's really like this. So everybody knows Tokyo, with sushi and stuff like that. But believe me, if you didn't go to Japan, you can just imagine what it is. You cannot realize what it is. It's really complicated. It's another world. Another world. And I'm still linked with Tokyo because I have a family there. Yeah. No, I have 2 little girls living in Tokyo. Yeah. So I'm still like connected with the Japanese culture and stuff. It's really funny. Another question? Did I answer the question? Sorry? Did I answer your question?
Yes.
Okay.
Manuel, thank you for the presentation for us. It was very interesting. And could you recommend us some future conference
I have a
or
list.
big IT events?
Yes, I have a list. I can. It's not live, but I can transfer you the list. I have the list for all the conference in 2016.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, I have it. So no problem. It's quite easy to understand. And then on the list there is some conferences not interesting to go because it's not your stuff, your environment. Then I'm sure you will find some conference interesting to go.
But what about now the environment? Is it necessary for us to go to customers' conferences, for example, insurance or some art stuff?
Well, I would say if your company is specialized in insurance or healthcare and stuff like that, there is some conference. Well, you probably develop some product that some competitor of them use. So it's a good way to go.
But if it's a new project or a new product, your own product,
Why not?
what do you need to do for understanding this environment? Maybe to talk to somebody or...
If you go to conference, first you have to know to understand what the conference is about. It's your job first to know what's the conference. And if you feel, sometimes it's just a feeling. For myself, sometimes I don't feel it. And I'm a lazy guy, I won't go. So, but sometimes I feel it, and I have this feeling of like, it's like smelling bunny or something like that, you know, Wolf of Wall Street, like this, like, And then sometimes, yes. And sometimes I even invest my money to go there. But when I invest my money, believe me, I work like 400%. And I want a return on investment. And my return on investment is a lot of money. I don't stand up or wake up for it. So if I invest my money, I want a return on investment. And believe me, I will work from 5 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the morning, just to get and I don't ask the return of investment right now. There is I always say that there is two different days in life. One day, it's when you wake up, or you go sleep, and it's a shitty day. And a shitty day, it's not, you maybe earn a lot of money, but you didn't prepare or you didn't manage to create something new. You know that those feelings when you're at the office, maybe there is a contract coming, or you're but you feel like, okay, what I create. That's it. For me, it's a shitty day. Every day I have to create something. I have to find something. And there is a good day where you come home on the evening and you come home at home and you're like, damn, it was interesting. I have this, I initiate this, I have this, and this, and this, and this. And it's like you cannot even go sleep and because you like, that's a good day. So for conference, you have to feel it. You know, you have to feel it. I don't say, I cannot feel it. And if you have to feel it, and you have to have the investment also. You have to be ready to invest there. Another question? Yes?
For example, I prepare my trip to Europe and I write some email to some prospect customers. So what to write? So, hi, I am 123 and I like your company. Let's meet for coffee.
Why not?
Something better.
You know, sometimes it's really interesting question because I have so many templates in my computer about contacting people, and you'll be amazing. Sometimes the most simple one works perfectly. So sometimes, I mean, I'm going to give some lessons soon in here in Krakow, and one of the lessons it's like spending time all to create or to generate good emails, good templates. Well, first you have to know very well your company. This, you have to be like really certain of your company. Second, I mean, sometimes sending a long email, it's worse than sending a short email. And if you send a long email to someone you want to meet, it's human. He's going to think that you're going to take a lot of his time. Because your mail is long, it's meta. I mean, he's going to think that you're... If you succeed in 2 lines or 3 lines to tell me, I want to speak with you, I'm this, I have this, and I can be this useful for you, in 2 lines. In his mind, he's going to say, wow, the mail is 2 lines. If he said 10 minutes, it's going to be 10 minutes. But if you write this, automatically he's not going to think it's going to be 10 minutes. And believe me, 10 minutes is never 10 minutes. Start 10 minutes, but after that, if you succeed to interest them, it's going to be 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and it's perfect. Other questions?
Yeah, can I ask, if, for example, I'm going to meet a client for a lunch or for a coffee, should I let him pay for me, right? If I'm alone from
that's a good question.
Or should I pay for him because he's potentially my client? So how should
Okay. It's a really good question, and it's really like we are touching here like really a culture zone. And Europe is not one country; it's many countries. So culture. Spanish guy is not a Belgian guy. Even in Belgium, we are one of the smallest countries, and we have 2 communities completely different. So it's quite different. Well, the base is like I'm really like on 2 sides, because on a commercial point of view, if you go with customer and you're trying to sell something to him, I mean, yes, it's good. It's a good way to show him that way. But don't, as I said, don't take the most expensive restaurant at the top. You don't have to show him like just simple, and it's a way. It's real. When I was going to have dinner or lunch with customer, I was paying. Or my company was paying. So I would say yes. You will have some customer, and I'm speaking mostly for girls here in the if you go with a customer and mainly a man, and at the end of the dinner he say you want to pay because he's the customer, and he say no, I pay. Well, don't get in an argue with him. But no, I mean, we expect that you pay. I mean, the company who's trying to sell to pay.
Do you have other families in the world?
I have one family here.
No. I have a question like the, just in addition. So there's a seller, there's a seller and the customer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's understandable. What about just the relationship between women, female and male? What about them? Like here in Ukraine, male, your boss or whatever, they will feel to pay for a girl,
Yeah.
a lady from a, even if it's a colleague, nothing more than a business. But what about you?
I realize this. I mean, I realize here this. And I mean, in this culture, I mean, and we don't have that in Europe. It's really rare. And here you have a culture where women are really like protect, and really like men have to pay for even colleagues and so on. There is nothing bad about this. In Europe, it's like it can be mostly if you are a pretty girl and about this, I mean, you have to be careful also about your photo on LinkedIn and stuff like that. Because, well, mainly you're going to deal with men in Europe, sometimes girls, and it's they can think in another way. But here it's really, I mean, I was surprised also, like the respect for women and the fact that even a colleague is not going to let pay a woman. So it's something. It was something new here for me.
Okay, so let's start, or let's stop for this moment. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your